Oh, good. Look, you can barely hear it. There we go. See, I wanted to have like some type of lead-in music. You know, some type of like thing, right? Like this. You know, this is. And that's, you know, that'd be good. That'd be good if I could figure it out, but I can't figure it out. I can't figure it out. That's not the type of thing that I'm able to do. And if you can see a little bit of my wall behind the green screen, congratulations. You get the joke. Is that, you know, I'm not able to do things very well. This is all a one-man thing. It's because I don't have any friends. Yeah, I don't know. What? Oh, fuck, it's a minute. It's not an hour. That was even with the intro. Tonight's drink of choice is Truly, which is kind of like White Claw, except it's 5%, and it comes in better flavors. I like these flavors. They have ones like raspberry lime and, I don't know, berry. They call it mixed berry, but I'm pretty sure that they just don't know what berries are in there. They probably they grabbed all the other berries. Nobody knows what acai is. Nobody knows what an acai berry is. You never find it in cookies. You've never seen it in a pie. Nobody makes an acai berry pie. No one's ever done that. No one's ever done it. The acai berry was discovered in 2016, and they started putting it in juices. Nobody knows what a fucking acai berry is, but we drink it, and it goes good with blueberries and raspberries or whatever berries. It's in the mixed berries. I grew up on mixed berries. I've had, you know, Fruit Loops. I think that's a mixed berry. There's been those berries. I'm mad about berries this week. I think more than anything, I'm mad about berries and artificial flavoring of berries. Because it's kind of nonsense that you just go mixed berry. So you just make I just spit all over the camera. Mixed berry. And you can just put any berries you want in there. Like we got strawberry. That's a berry. Blueberry. Interesting to mix with a strawberry, but still a berry. Raspberry. Okay. I like a raspberry. Makes my tongue tingle a little bit. I'm kind of allergic to them, but we can throw the berry in there. Then they're like acai berry. Acai sounds like it's like a chai, but they got it wrong at Starbucks, right? You're like, I would like a chai. They go, here's an acai. And they hand you, what does an acai berry look like? Not a single fucking person listening to this knows what an acai berry looks like without Googling it. Still to this day, I haven't Googled it because I don't care enough. I know how it's spelled because it's spelled dumb. It's spelled like a black person's name. That's it. Like a 5-year-old black child's name. That's how it's spelled. Acai. They were like, oh, have you met little Acai? I'm like, yeah, he's a real troublemaker in my class. He's stealing. No. It does kind of sound like it might be a dumb white kid's name. Either way, I mean, I can't make fun of dumb names, and my name is Bryden. It's a stupid name. It's a stupid name. But I'm not a berry, and nobody knows where the acai berry comes from. You assume the rainforest. It's from the rainforest somewhere for some fucking reason. The fucking rainforest. It may not be. You know nothing of the acai berry. It could be like the coffee beans that they get out of that weird little fox rat thing where they take the coffee beans out of its shit. That's what it could be. Be like, that's where the acai berry comes from. From fucking rat dog shit. You wouldn't know. They sold us kale. For so long, they sold us kale. Kale, this thing that just like won't die even in winter. If you looked into kale, it will not die even in the winter. That's what makes kale so appealing. Not the taste of it. It tastes like shit. It tastes like bitter, disgusting shit. But we still eat kale. Oh, here's kale juice. What the fuck is the acai berry? I don't know. It's not as good as the guarana, whatever the fuck that is, berry, I think. Because that's, I remember that from the balls drink, from the land parties I used to go to. What the fuck's the acai berry? You've never heard of the acai before 2014, I guarantee it. Guarantee it. And if you have, you're a nerd who hangs out at yoga shops and you suck. Well, this one's raspberry lime. So I think that one's okay. So anyway, I hope your fucking day's going good. Or evening or night or wherever. You know, wherever you might be while this is happening. Um, I yeah, and I'm just mad about berries. I'm mad about berries because I'm not even sure where they sell stuff at anymore. And I know this sounds stupid, but I'm not sure where they even sell stuff out anymore. This morning, I went to buy some booze. All right, so this is like fucking 8 in the morning because this is who I am as a guy. I show up full tracksuit at the Kroger. Cheryl is there. She's somebody who she's 71 years old. She knows who I am, but every time she's like, haha, I got a card. You look like a baby to me, all of this. And I could tell the pain in her eyes every time that she's like working this fucking morning shift and I'm there with at least 12 beers, dressed like a ridiculous jackass. During the summer, I'm wearing Hawaiian shirts. I've got, I've sandals. Now I got tracksuit going, all of this. Like, she doesn't know what the kids are doing. She thinks I'm a kid. That's her thing. She was like, you look like a baby to me, And it's like, well, I'm 33 years old. And like, she knows it, and I know that it's not a good look for me to be there buying beer at 8:30 in the morning. Like, so much so that last January, I had to explain to her when I was buying non-alcoholic beer that I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to drink for the month. And she goes, good for you. In reality, there's no reason to have that type of shame or connection with a person. But when I see somebody every fucking day at 8 something in the morning and I'm buying a 12-pack of beer, like, she's just somebody's mom. She's somebody's grandma. Like, I think when you are 71, you exude nothing. As a woman, you exude nothing but this type of, like, mom care type of deal. Like, just this anybody, you'd be the worst type of, X-Man, like, she just go to Magneto and be like, are you sure you should be doing this type of thing with her gaze? And, I'm kind of over it. I'm kind of over it, but I'm not completely over it. I'm not completely over it at all. At fucking all, I'm not. Which is why every time I see her, I'm like, ha ha ha, yeah, I just got off of work. Complete lie. Cheryl at the Kroger thinks that I work like third shift. I'm lying to strangers, which I'm pretty sure is in the AA handbook. About like, hey, are you an alcoholic? I'm not ashamed of people I know. I'm ashamed to strangers. I'm ashamed to Cheryl. Like, I feel the need to explain to her lies, complete lies. I'm like, oh yeah, I just got back from her. Just lies. Filled with lies. To a stranger. But she doesn't know what a fucking acai berry is either, dude. She didn't know what kale is. I don't know. There's no rhyme or reason to the way in which I conduct my life, I think. Because I'm so shitty to every person that I actually know. But if I run into a stranger, I immediately am like, actually, I'm a great person. If I know you, if I've known you for a week, I'm like, yeah, fuck it. Send them all back. But if I just meet you, I'm like, well, that's a really interesting idea that you want to give welfare to everyone. None of these people know what a fucking acai berry is, though. But you know what is the worst thing? This is what makes me feel like I'm a bad person, but like it's not. It's the most fun thing to do. Farting in public feels like it should be illegal. Like, it really does feel like it's something you should get into trouble for, is farting in public. But I do it all the time. I'll walk down the aisle. People around, I will just let them go. I'm farting up the Kroger, dude. Don't give a shit. I stand in the middle of fucking Wendy's, and I will let it go. I'll let it fucking... It feels like it should be illegal. It's not, and it's the best, most freeing thing in the entire world. I'm not a rich man. I'm not a powerful man. I'm not even a persuasive enough person to get anything that I really want in the world. All right? I'm just good at the things that I do, and I'm bad at the things that I don't. And I get to stand in the middle of a fucking Wendy's and just let her rip and then look around like, nobody can do anything to me. Nobody can do, unless I'm on drugs or drunk or, crash my car into the lobby. Nobody can do anything to me. I can just stand in the middle of anywhere and just fart. And nobody, it's like a social thing you're not supposed to do. To me, I think it's hilarious. Every time I've heard somebody fart in public, I always crack the fuck up. I think it's great. Like, you'll see dads walking with their kids and they'll fart and they'll go, Todd. Like, my dad used to do it to me. I know, like, you publicly shame that kid for farting. I've seen dads do that. That's a fucking awesome move. It's hilarious. But, like, I like to just do it. I'll just walk around. I'll be crowded around people. I'll just let them rip. Feels like it should be illegal. Not illegal. Super fun to do. Super fun to do. Because, like, you got to think. Everyone around, in a way, it's like saying the N-word. It's like saying the N-word with your ass. Is you can just let them fly, dude. You could just fart in public. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. And they're not even going to say anything to you about it. Because who are they going to, because as soon as they do, you're like, hey, did you fart? You'd be like, why did you fart? All you have to do is scream it loud at them. Be like, this person farted. In fact, why not just start farting in public and start shouting at strangers going, ew, gross, why'd you fart? Ew. I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to start farting in public and just pointing at people going, gross. That is a great idea today. And Matt said that I could get arrested for it, and I don't think that's true. But, and I'm going to cross it off of my list. Hold on, I got things to cross off of my big old list of things to talk about tonight. That one we cross off, and farting in public. Boom! Got that one off the list. I like how this podcast has become me being, like, there's no open mics for me to go to, so it's just me doing bad bits. Except worse, but it's the same, the same, like, feel to it, because I'm either not drunk enough or too drunk. I forgot that I had 2 5-hour energies earlier, so, like, I'm going to be awake for the next fucking 10 hours, so, because that's how math works. But, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, I thought this would be funny as shit. What if, okay, I couldn't do it, because I don't have anybody to do the camera. On November 2nd, 1st or 2nd, right? Go around to a public place and ask people, what do you think about Donald Trump winning the election, and did you vote? I would like to imagine that most people would go, what? No, the election's not for another few days. But I'll bet a lot of people you'd run into would be like, oh, yeah, I mailed in mine, or, oh, no, I forgot to, or, oh, did he win? You could probably find some people. It's kind of a Ryan Long type of bit, but I like the idea of just going and finding random people and asking them, now that Donald Trump has won the election, what are you going to do, and did you vote? So that you get them to just think like, fuck, I forgot to vote. Because there'll be a lot of people like that. There's still going to be people that on the 5th are going to go, son of a bitch, I forgot to vote. Who won? There are people like that. There was a documentary about the 2016 election that they just followed some people down in Hawaii who were like, oh, shit, who won? Like, they didn't give a fuck. They didn't care. That's a lot of people. We had record low turnout. I think we might have that type of thing again, despite the mail-in voting. And this isn't a politics thing. If you want to talk to me about politics, you can just fucking hit the road, Jack. None of that malarkey over here. This is a pro-Biden show. Hunter Biden, not Joe Biden. This is I'm fucking going Biden Maxwell. That's my ticket. Biden Maxwell for a pedophilic America. That'd be. We're fucking 6 years away from that. Who gives a shit? Now, this is something that was annoying to me. I mean, let's go into the politics thing for a little bit. This was fucking annoying to me. There's apparently a Fox Bet app, and you can like bet on sports games. Fine. But Fox is also saying, hey, you can bet on the debate. Now, I don't know what that entails. I just saw the commercial for it. And in this decadent society that we live in, it's not a place that I want to live. In this decadent, strange society where, you can bet on like jabs at the debate and things like that. I mean, I signed up for the app. I've got a few bets. But, it's terrible. It's like, it's like drug use. It's fucking terrible. I don't think that anybody... Do I have some water? I don't think that anybody... I don't think anybody should be doing drugs or betting on, that's a bit. I'm not on cocaine. It's a bit. All right. For anybody that wants to fucking cut that and, tell the truth about me. It was surprising to me. It was surprising to me that the Fox bet allows you to like bet on weird shit with the debates. It's weird enough that like shady betting sites allow you to do it, but they also let you bet on a reality TV and weird shit like that. It's odd to me, and it's not different than my fucking, unfunny episode that I did. I don't know how this one's going, but hopefully better. From last week, everything just feels fucking fake. Like, in an annoying way, everything feels fucking fake. You've got a news channel who's like, oh, why don't you bet on the debates? Go ahead, we'll do it. They're running a casino with an app for their fucking news station. I don't know. Is there anything at all that isn't like totally bastardized into this everything is a casino? Everything is like a weird casino. Because that's really what social media is, right? Social media is this casino where you can either like make it or not. Because everybody wants to be famous. Nobody wants to be a person anymore. That's why it should be illegal. That's why social media should absolutely be illegal. Because everybody in my lifetime was a normal person. When I started my lifetime, everybody was a normal person. And then now... people's aunts are like starting cooking channels on YouTube and are competitive with other aunts' YouTube channels, which are like recipe channels, and it's not as like hot as you think. It's not like it's not like the Pornhub makes it out to be. It's just shit talking about apple pies. And then there's like QAnon and Joe Biden and all of that in the comments section. In my lifetime, I used to have a bit about it. There used to be a time before your Google account was connected to your YouTube account, and everybody's YouTube account was anonymous. And then one day they just connected your Gmail to your YouTube, and it was your big dumb face. So I used to have a bit about, when they just, did this. So it's like now my big dumb face is right there telling some legless soccer player, pick it up, lazy legs. It was a good bit. It was funny, but now it's just a reality. People forget about that. Like, everything now is far too connected. Everything now is far too connected. Why do I have to log? I don't have a Facebook, but it's an option for everything. It's an option for everything. Oh, yeah, okay, you're getting fucking, dildos delivered to your house. Would you like to log in with your Facebook? I don't want to use the same login credentials to get dildos that I do bagels. It seems like they should be two completely separate interactions. You should be two completely separate, different, everything. Eventually, they're going to drill some weird shit into our head. And, I mean, I'm going to have to weigh the pros and cons, honestly. Because right now, like, your Neuralink is pro. We can play music in your head. That's pretty cool, but you know what else does that? Acid! I can play music in my head that's never existed, nor will it ever exist again. In my head, if I just eat some fucking acid. Right? Checkmate, Elon Musk. But, they can't get the chronic in there, though. I could probably think hard enough and make the chronic if I was high. I could probably think hard enough and make the chronic. Not the whole album, though. It's pretty good. It's a good album. I'm not fucking taking away from Dr. Dre. I'm not, I'm just saying eventually they're going to drill something to your goddamn face. And this is like, I haven't seen Ready Player One, but I do reference it a lot. I should stop doing that. You know what I saw today? Motherfucker. There is this website called Tubi, so it's tubitv.com, and they have just a bunch of free shit. You don't even have to make an account. But I watched something I haven't seen for a long time, which was Kentucky Fried Movie. It's a 1977 film. It's really funny if you haven't seen it. It's just kind of like got a bunch of sketches in it, and I was surprised to see it on there because it's very racially, offensive. Like if it was gonna be on Netflix, it would come with like you'd have to watch a 25-minute Vox documentary on racism. And I thought of that, and I thought like that's hilarious. Maybe I'll tell people this joke tonight, and then I'll be good. And then I found this, which is Disney adding disclaimer about racist stereotypes to old movies. When hell becomes reality, man. Like, explain, where's your fucking God now? All right? Well, Bryden, he did say that it was gonna, well, I don't know. He never told me about this. So let's get through this one real quick. Disney is adding a disclaimer to some of its old movies that include racist stereotypes. The media giant announced this month. The company said that while it can't change he passed. The company said, well, it can't change he passed. Thank you, CBS News. Look at that. These are the people that are getting paid. Thank God they're fucking broke and living in fucking New York and they're stuck there and their parents fucking hate them. Good God. Do you know how many fucking people's parents are so happy they can't come home for Thanksgiving because they're like, oh, we can't make it. Oh, thank God. I don't fucking, this might be grandma's last year. I don't want to have to talk about Donald Trump again. I mean, what a fucking nightmare. Because they're too poor to make it out the fucking Maine. The company said that while it can't change he passed. This has been up here all fucking day. It's been up here since yesterday. Caitlin O'Kane. Somebody fix it. This is it. This is the media we're supposed to trust. People that can't fucking, give me a break, dude. Give me a break. Whatever. So, while the company said that it can't change he passed, we acknowledge it and learn from it and move forward together. So going forward, several such films on the Disney Plus streaming service will include the following advisory. This program includes negative depictions and or mistreatment of people or cultures. These stereotypes were wrong then and are wrong now. Rather than remove this content, we acknowledge its harmful impact, learn from it, and spark conversation to create a more inclusive future together. Disney said that Disney said the decision is part of its ongoing commitment to diversity and inclusion rather than removing offensive content. The company said it hopes to spark conversation and open dialogue on history that affects us all. Now, let me tell you this. I'm not going to read the rest of this nonsense. Well, maybe I might. But I respect this so much more than just pulling shit like Netflix and Hulu has. Getting rid of, You know, like, oh, we can't have the cool episodes of Community or 30 Rock or It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. We got to, you know. But the thing is, this carries more social. I wouldn't say social weight. Carries more weight. Well, maybe social weight. Because it is Disney. And now, let me go ahead and, you know, I walked you down this way where I was like, this is a cool thing. Let me tell you why it's bad. Why do people put so much goddamn weight into Disney? Disney sucks fucking ass. Disney's fucking stupid. Disney sucks. All that shit is for babies, and it doesn't matter. You know what's better? 30 Rock, Community. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Those things are better. They're so much better. They're funny. They're actually comedy. And all of that blackface shit that's in that, well, what was it for? It was for laughs. Nobody in those things that was doing blackface, it was like, haha, making fun of blackface. It was making fun of people doing blackface. Disney is not being this culturally aware, cool guy at all. What it's doing is going, yeah, people like those IPs, so we're going to go ahead and keep them up. But let's go ahead and put up this thing that's like, oh, it's wrong. That's what everybody should do. They should go, yeah, well, it was funny then. I don't know. If it's not funny now, sorry about it. Here's a fucking trigger warning on the thing. Plus, if you're triggered by blackface, good God, if you're triggered by blackface, you shouldn't watch TV. If you're triggered by blackface, I'm going to find out where you live. I'm going to peek through your window and go, oh, mommy. Because you're the biggest dork in the world and you deserve the best Halloween ever. It's a dumb thing. But I'm happy they're keeping it up. I'm excited that they're keeping these things up. But again, it's just because these are popular IPs and people would be mad if they took them down. Right? People might cancel their Disney Plus subscriptions if they took them down. It's a great disguise. It's a wonderful disguise for being woke. You know, it's a great disguise. They've done it the best fucking way. They didn't bend to the mob. And they didn't lose money. That's what companies should do. It's what companies should do. They should go, this episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia features offensive blah, blah, blah. But nobody who's offended by any of that is going to watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. There's not a single person that watches It's Always Sunny that goes, well, I don't know. That blackface episode was too far. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But I really doubt it. Like, Disney's for fucking babies anyway. It really is. Here, let's go back to this stupid article. The movies that will now start with the disclaimer include The Aristocats, which I didn't know that was offensive. Oh, yeah. It's because it's got those cats in it that are Siamese cats. Which features racist caricatures of Eastern Asian peoples. No, it doesn't. It just has cats. Dumbo, in which crow characters perform a musical number in the style of a racist minstrel show. Yeah, that one's that one's a little bunch. Peter Pan, for its stereotypical portrayal of native peoples. I don't remember that. And Swiss Family Robinson, which pirates are portrayed as a stereotypical foreign menace, many in yellow face and brown face. The only one that I could, kind of see is Dumbo, but who cares? Black people aren't crows. They're also not raisins, all right? In addition to those older films, it also included the start of Aladdin, which, I'm sorry, those are all white Arab people. Give me a break. The new statement is more strongly worded than one Disney tacked on to films when Disney Plus rolled out last year. At the time, it simply noted this program is presented as originally created. It may contain outdated cultural depictions, which I think is the most fair way to put it. If you want to be aware of this stuff and, pander to that, that's the most fair way to put it. I think that's a nice thing to say. This program is presented as originally created. It may contain outdated cultural depictions. Those fucking crows in Dumbo, yeah, man, it's a minstrel show. And, it's probably not a cool thing to do now. I get that. I get that. I don't know any black people that are upset by that. You know, granted, I only know one black guy, and he's old. But I don't think he's offended by that. I think he looks at it and goes, yeah, well, it was a different time, and it was shitty. You couldn't do it now, and maybe you shouldn't. Because it's not comedy, really. It's a children's thing. It's not comedy. If you do it now, yeah, it's funny. Because it's got to be done in the way like 30 Rock did it. Where Jenna had on blackface, and it was like, the fuck are you doing? John Hamm, I think, did blackface on 30 Rock. You know, and every time it was like, what the fuck are you doing? You're doing blackface. That's, you know, but they pull all those. They pull all those for no fucking reason. Other than just like the crime of things were not as uptight 7 years ago. I hate Donald Trump for that. If it wasn't for, you know, if Hillary Clinton would have won, we could have still been doing blackface jokes. I mean, granted, we'd probably all be in jail, but, you know, we could do blackface in jail. That'd be fun. You know, well, you have to do it to fit in. It'd be kind of like a, you know, like a Metal Gear Solid thing. Instead of a box, I'm just doing blackface. I'm sneaking around. You know. I just don't get that. It's an annoying thing to me. It's the most annoying thing in the entire world to me. That, you know, oh, well, we gotta look back and go. Like, nobody was enslaved by this. Are they gonna take, Some Like It Hot? That's the one where they're on the train, right? Somebody help me out in the chat, please. That's the one where they're on the train, they're dressed like ladies. Is it Some Like It Hot? I think it is. Please help me out in the chat and let me know. But yeah, are we gonna take back Some Like It Hot and go, well, that is just a terrible depiction of, you know, it makes fun of transgendered fucking, you know, because it's dudes on a train dressed as girls because they're disguising themselves to get away. You know, is that mocking the transgender or whatever fucking non-binary community? Eventually they're gonna do that. I brought this one up several times. I don't know why it's been brought up. Well, besides the fact that, you know, the people that go after racist shit don't know dick about racism. They don't. Is gator bait. Gator bait. Florida Gators, college team, they chant it all the time. Gator bait. Gator bait. Go Google gator bait. I brought this up on Terror House several times. Brought it up on live stream. Go Google gator bait. Now, those people talking about something like that, they're not, you know, chanting that. They're not referencing this. But if you go and look, it's a real gnarly and pretty racist thing. One of the most racist. I know my racism. I've done the history. I've taken classes on it. These people don't know anything about the fucking, you know, plight of the black man. I, on the other hand, do. And every black person I've known has a good fucking sense of humor about it. Well, it's usually because they're comedians. I don't hang out with black people that aren't comedians. I don't hang out with people that aren't comedians. I don't like people that aren't funny. You know, it's a personal thing, is that, you know, if you're not funny, I mean, what's the fucking point in talking to you? Because it's like, you know, you're just gonna die, right? You're just gonna die and rot in a hole, so like, who gives a fuck, you know? So you better be funny while you're here, because otherwise you're just wasting my fucking time. Or you like to drink and can stay awake after 6 beers. If you can stay awake after 6 beers, I'm impressed with you. You know, women, I've heard, love it if you can drink a lot of beers. But you know who's more impressed is me. I really like it if you can just, you know, hang. And then we drank all of the beers left in the apartment and then drive home, which is good. You know, don't drink, drive. Don't drink and drive. See, I'll say that, and then some idiot will go and fucking drink and drive and be like, Bryden said it was fun. You know, because the internet's filled with stupid people. That's the other thing. You know, one thing that I've learned this week, without getting too fucking specific, so many people spend too much goddamn time on the motherfucking internet. Not even reading the news, just all up in it. Stop sniffing everybody's butthole and stream a video game. Just stop fighting with each other and fucking, nobody. Good God, it's a bunch of fucking internet going on. I think Twitter especially makes you retarded. I've quit even checking, because like I haven't had Twitter for a long time, since the last time I got banned, which has been months. I would go and I would like check like the Terror House Twitter. I would just go to like, twitter.com/terrorhousemag. I would just check and be like, what's Matt or not Matt tweeting about? What's Erica tweeting about before she went private? Beardson, Sharia, Nick, like all those guys. I'd be like, what are they tweeting about? Let me see. And I like check the trends and stuff. And then I noticed like it just makes me angry. It just makes me angry to even look at it. Now, not just what the trends are, but even what they're tweeting about, because it seems so fucking irrelevant and stupid. And no offense to any of those people, you're great guys, but I'm not even in these Twitter fights. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, he's fucking wrong, or who's that guy? That guy's wrong, or, like I found myself in this situation where I was just like, not even on Twitter, looking at people fighting with each other. It's a complete mess. If you have a Twitter, go ahead and say the N-word, get yourself banned, get yourself completely banned, and your life will be better. There's no reason to be involved in any of it. I haven't even looked at it anymore. There's no reason to look at it. It's weird. It's like heroin. It draws you back in. Except it's not like heroin, because heroin is at least fun to do. And like, if you do too much, you die. If you do too much Twitter, it's just you can never get a job again. There's no fucking reason for it. So I don't understand. Like the less I am involved, I don't know. I'm not. Maybe I'm. Who's that guy from The Watchmen? That blue guy with the big dick. I'm just gonna go to the moon and I'll be like, I won't even know who the fucking president is. It doesn't matter. I'm just sitting there with a fucking bottle of Lafroy going, I have grown tired of being entangled in these people's lives. Yeah, I think that's what it is. That's what it is. Nobody I talk to, spare like a few guys, they don't give a shit about me. Like everybody's got their own lives going on. Everybody has their own goddamn lives going on. But it seems like, I don't know how people have the time anymore. Hasn't everybody been unemployed forever? I don't know. Maybe we do need communism. That'd be the best communism, I think. Is if we all just fucking like sat around and just like called each other gay. That would be the best communism. Just like Xbox communism. Everybody played fucking Call of Duty and call each other gay. You can get paid for it? I don't know. It'd be fun. It'd be better than, it'd be better than most shit. It'd be better than what we're doing now. Just like people's hobbies are calling each other gay. I don't understand it. Because like all of these people are my buds. It's weird. Everybody's fighting all the time. There's been like, and this is not any one specific person. I'm referencing 5 different arguments that I've seen. No, 3. 3 different arguments. 3 different arguments that I've seen. And everybody's cool, in my opinion, but I still get mean tweets sent about me. So I don't get it. Why don't you just go ahead and sit back, smoke some crack, download some child porn. The Hunter Biden. I don't know. I mean, there's no point in living. Is really what I always come to. Is there's no point in living. I've been trying to find philosophers, and maybe you guys would know, that are better than nihilist, I guess. But like, I don't know. Like Sharon, I think I've been messing with him a little bit, but he seems like kind of a bitch. Everybody all of these like really dark nihilist philosophers think that they're funny. But they're all old too. Like it's all old stuff. So they're like the absurdity of life. I'm like, hey, you probably should have stuck around and see what the fuck's going on now. Because it's not even like funny that it's absurd anymore. It's just, it's anger inducing that anyone is going along with this nonsense. Everything around me seems like a fucking disaster and it's fake. You know? So you don't really run into any philosopher that's going to be able to handle that type of stuff. I mean, I don't know. Nobody's been able to tell it to me. I have no fucking idea. But then again, also, like, if you write a book, you're probably a fucking nerd anyway. I don't see the point in it. I don't see the point in fucking writing books. You know. What, are you going to write something that's ultimately going to be burned anyway? Like, if you're right, somebody's going to fucking burn your book, dude. You know. The world's falling apart. It's not just this country. The whole world's falling apart. Reality is ripping at the seams. So, yeah, if you're right, somebody's going to burn your book, dude. I mean, like, the whole issue of everything that's going on is there's a handful of people that are rather transgressive. There are people that, like, are ultimately edgy. And those people always get killed. Not by the government necessarily, but they end up dead. Like, real artists die. You know, that's what is life except fucking, you know, I'm a gay canvas. And then you die. Some people get splattered. Some people are fucking Jackson Pollock all over the goddamn wall. And the question is, do you do it yourself or someone else do it for you? The majority of us, people like me, are trash. And we're, you know, splatter on the floor, right? So, I don't know. I've gone way off the rails. I'm fucking Bidening, dude. Hunter or Joe. Either one. I'm Bidening. I'm Bidening right now. This was funny. This was funny to me. Let me make sure that it's not going to play the... Okay. Going to make sure it's not going to play it. So this is that WAP song, you know, it's like, hey, you wet ass pussy, all of that. This is how nasty women vote. This is how people have decided to... No! This is how people have decided to protest abortion, is this. By being fatter than shit and doing fat girl dances in front of aborted children and putting it on TikTok. Now, if you're pro-abortion, anti-abortion, any of that, at no point should you look at this and go, yeah, you really made your message very clear. Because it didn't. You just seem like you're gross. And that's something that is odd to me about the whole wet ass pussy song, is it has become some type of protest anthem for disgusting people. Now, the song's gross, sure, but tons of songs by males in the rap fucking game are also gross. So I'm like, I just won't listen to that song because it's nasty to me. But I'm all for it existing. Go ahead, doesn't matter. Doesn't offend me. None of it offends me. Doing something like that does, in fact, I wouldn't say offend me. It does, in fact, make me say, well, you're kind of an asshole. You're fat as shit, first of all. You're the most disgusting. Here, let's take a look again. Let's just take a look again at how fat and gross this thing is. Look at it. Look at that. You're supposed to twerk your ass, not your entire torso. Her rolling over is the most she's ever done in her entire life. But yeah, let's do this in front of aborted babies to the song WAP. And I believe that's cultural appropriation, to be honest with you. These are supposed to be thick black booties that are doing this, not this. It's one of the most interesting things that I've seen. But whether you're pro or anti-abortion, I think you should look at that and go, that's not a statement that you're making. That's not any type of a statement. It's just weird. It's just a weird thing to do. it's just a weird thing to do. Because, like, her whole thing is, like, I'm a whore? Haha! You won't stop me from having abortions, even though weren't they supposed to be, like, safe and seldom or whatever it was? And then now it's just like, it's a form of birth control. No one fucks you anyway, you goddamn cow. She's not even a slam pig. She's too fat to be a fucking slam pig. I don't know why, I just don't know why that's a thing. I don't know why that's your protest is, I'm going to walk up to a bunch of people and slam my ass around like an idiot. Do you think that offends them? I don't think it does offend them. Like, I think they're rather indifferent to it and probably think that you're retarded. I think you're retarded. It's a strange thing. It's like when they scream loudly. Like, I don't know why women do this. Like the weird feminist women, like when they'll just start screaming at the top of their lungs. Like, not words, just ah! Like, it's a weird thing. It's not even primal. It's just like, it's what a retarded person would do if they didn't get enough fucking French fries. It's a strange thing. And this is where we're at. This is where we're at in the whole in the whole realm of things. Is obviously I'm biased. You know, I prefer to be around conservatives, but I don't have to be. You know, I prefer to be around white men, but I don't have to be. There's cool people. There's cool people I know that disagree with me. None of them ever do that. If anybody, no matter what they looked like or believed in, ever did some weird shit like that, I'd go, well, that didn't seem like you're really getting your point across. If you were doing it to be funny, you know, like if you were making a video and you were like, I'm going to get them, I'd be like, okay, well, you know, that's has an agenda. But it seems like this is some type of a protest. And I'm not sure what protest is anymore. It does just seem like it's odd. It seems like it's odd people doing very, very odd things. I don't know. I don't feel like this episode has been very funny either, to be honest with you. I mean, I like my shirt. This is funny. Check out this shirt. This is hilarious. What does it say? It says, Black Kings. My ancestors created modern medicine, mathematics, and soap. You're welcome. Somebody made this and sold it. Because that's where we are in protest and politics now. Like, you could get anybody to buy anything. I want people to buy fucking Q shit. You know, I want to just make Q shit. Like, the number one Q condom. You know it works because it burns when you put it on. And it's just like a condom soaked in bleach. Like, you get some asshole to buy that. You could get somebody to buy that. You could get somebody to buy an empty condom package and go, for black dicks only, because you can't contain a black dick. And then use it to trick people, which is actually not a bad idea. If you like make condom packages that you sold, you trick women and that you put them on. I mean, it's technically some type of rape, but you know, you could, why not? That's something. You could sell it. I believe in capitalism. That'd be a funny thing to do to me. Well, don't do it to me. Don't give me your raw AIDS-filled black dick. I mean, it just, you know, you gotta wear a condom. Gotta wear a condom to get up in this pussy. I don't know. No, there's just nothing going on that's like worth a fuck in the entire world. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. That's that's anything good. Like, it doesn't seem like you can do anything that is good. It's all built around this odd tribalistic nonsense, which leaves me in a rather precarious situation because I just want to make people laugh. And more importantly, I would like to get drunk all the time. So I'm thinking I'm going to start a drunk driving club. And it doesn't matter your race, color, creed, or political affiliation. We're all going to get together and we're going to start drinking at about, let's be safe and say 9:30 in the morning. And then we're going to race down Main Street at 10 p.m. at night on the wrong side of the road. And this is going to be my form of protest against the modern world. Is you won't tell us what way to drive or how to. It makes just as much sense as anything else that's going on. That's the thing. It makes just as much sense as anything else. I don't know what is supposed to make sense. Like, I can't even fucking drink the way I'd like to anymore. So I think that's why I'm going to just start, I don't know, I guess boofing heroin. I have no idea. You know, and for the uninitiated, oh, that tastes terrible. I hate black cherry, dude. I don't know why black cherry is such a popular thing. Like, black cherry and grape are like the worst flavors in the entire world for anything. Some people like black cherry. I get it, but like, it's not for me. It's not for me. I'm going to have to stomach it. You know, I'm more of like a blue raspberry type of guy. You know, a berry that doesn't exist. Like the Acai berry. See, it was all coming around. It's all coming around. That's what we call a callback. That's what we call a callback. Now, granted, I completely forgot about what we were talking about earlier. I'm fucking wasted. But still don't know what an Acai berry is. And I like the blue raspberry. Blue raspberry is the best. They made it up in the 80s. I've looked it up on the Wikipedia. They made it up in the 80s. Some great guy, a Don Draper type, made up blue raspberry. The color doesn't exist in nature. It's not a real thing. Psh, bad fucking ass. This is why marketing is so cool. And it was cool in the 80s, and now it's just gotten out of hand. Low-fat Pringles. There were a bunch of guys sitting around trying to figure out during the low-fat craze how to make Pringles low-fat, but they couldn't do it because they would just fall apart because they're mostly starch. So we're like, what the fuck? Like, we can't do it. It's a low-fat craze. We got to figure this out. So you know what they did? Some genius, some Don Draper type, decided, what if we just make the regular Pringles higher in fat and then market the regular Pringles as low-fat Pringles? Boom. Problem solved. That's America, baby. That's capitalism. It's beautiful. It's a piece of history that should just be, you know, that guy should have a statue. He should have a statue. Some group is trying to dox people donating to Trump. They made a website, Donald Trump Watch. All right, well, good for them. See, that's the thing, is a lot of these people are just fucking horrible individuals, dude. Like, that's something I can't get over. Is I'm apparently such a terrible guy. All my friends are apparently such terrible guys. Everybody's such a terrible guy. I don't know anybody who does that type of shit. You know, just like this hateful type of like horrible things. And that's why the world's wacky, and that's why we need low-fat Pringles. We need some, you know, we need cool guys to just go ahead and get over shit and innovate. Not in any weird dumb movement shit. If you're some dumb groiper or any of that crap, I don't care. Get the fuck out of my goddamn way. I don't give a shit about that. It's just fucking boring, dude. It's played out. It's lame. I don't care about politics. I already know who's gonna win. It's Joe Jorgensen by a surprise landslide. She's a dark horse. It's gonna happen. How cool would that be? That'd be hilarious. She's just like, even she's surprised. She's like, well, I guess pot's legal. I'm over here going like, hell yeah, dude. Okay, that's fine. I can deal with this. This is fucking, yeah. Let's get the, yeah, that's good. It's a couple Jewish people. They can be the president. That fucking retard who got bit by a bat. Oh, I'm so into it. She said pop. So this is fine. I'll just like sit down there on the beach going like, I hate the beach, but I sure do love pot. And with like my 0 tax rate, I'll just get a boat. Now, do what I've always wanted to do, which is just sail out to sea and die. Because that's my goal. Is I want to get enough money to get a boat, and then I want to get on the boat. I want to sail out to sea. I want to fucking shoot myself because there's never been any reason to be alive. And people who think that there is a reason to be alive are either poor or stupid, or a combination of both, because they do tend to go hand in hand. But I'm not a boat guy, not yet. I want to get a boat. I want to get a small yacht, and I want to go out to sea, and I want to fucking just shoot myself. It'll be fun. It might be fun at first. The second part sounds like it's probably not as fun for other people. Cleaning the head off of off of the visor of the boat. But for me, and that's what it's always about, is me, right? It'll be pretty funny. It'll be good. I want to find out if I can somehow get like confetti installed in the back of my head, right? That way, whenever I shoot myself, and like it has like one of those New Year's or birthday buzzers, it's like, and it's confetti and just blood and brains everywhere, but it's just like, it'd be good. That seems like a good way to go. Or if I get one of those Joker guns that say bang, but it comes out really quickly and it like, kills me, but like it just out the back is a flag that says bang. That'd be really good too. If I'm going to kill myself, I'm going to kill myself in a really funny and rich person way. So like that's the only reason I want to survive is go ahead and kill myself in a really funny way. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go ahead and call this one. It's about an hour. That's fine. I might do a stream later. But that's the good old episode of this fucking piece of shit. And yeah, I don't know. Go to BrydenProctor.com. Subscribe to the RSS thing and all that fucking bullshit. Here you go. Anyway. Isn't it fun? Isn't it fun to be alive? Ah!